Hey guys, my name is FierceDeityMahesh and welcome back to Let's Play the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time for the Nintendo 64. Now guys, that is the last time I will be saying that intro in history because if I go ahead and play Ocarina of Time 3D at any point of time, it's actually going to go ahead and be a different sentence which I'm about to go ahead and say. But anyway guys, in the last episode we actually went ahead and took on all the 6 trials here in Ganon's Tower. Sorry, and we also dispelled all of the barriers, and now we are actually free to make our way to the central tower where Ganon lays. Now guys, there are a lot of these weird rooms with a lot of enemies and stuff, so all those rooms will essentially lead to the Ganon boss room, so it's gonna be pretty fun because it's just like a small boss counter of sorts. So let's actually go ahead and kill off these Dynalphos. They are pretty simple to go ahead and defeat. I don't know why I actually got hurt so many times, but there you go. Let me actually go ahead and try to hit them perfectly. Holy crap. There you go. And we went ahead and killed off the Dynalphos, so now we can make our way towards the next room. So guys, as you go ahead and make your way to the rooms above, you'll actually be able to hear Ganondorf playing his piano. And that is pretty much what you go ahead and know, or like it's like an alarm for going ahead and letting you know that you're pretty close to where Ganondorf is, and you're pretty close to the boss fight. So there you go, one of them dead. Let's go ahead and try to kill the second Stalfos in this room. Overall, these bosses are pretty simple. Okay, why did I just jump into the fire for some reason? There you go. There you go, and we killed both of the Stalfos to go ahead and open up the door, as well as remove the weird ring of fire which is around the boss key. So guys, this is the final time we'll actually be also obtaining ourselves a boss key, because as usual of course, this boss key will actually allow us to make our way towards the boss room. But this time around it's not any, it's like not any like normal boss, it's actually Ganondorf himself. So in the next room we'll be actually fighting 2 Iron Knuckles of slightly, like, they both look slightly different, but overall they're pretty simple. So what I would suggest you to go ahead and do is actually press L or Z according to whichever you're going and using, and go ahead and do a quick jump attack. Then make your way as quickly as you can backwards, and then go ahead and do another jump attack. Okay, and at times I become a little bit slow at that. So you have to go ahead and kill the first Iron Knuckle. There you go, already the first one is done, and we can go and get ourselves some hearts, because of course hearts are always appreciated. And this is the second Iron Knuckle. Let's go ahead and try to do the same tactic another time. There you go. Actually, I didn't go ahead and attack it this time around. There you go. There you go, and we went ahead and killed the 2 Iron Knuckles, and I'm pretty sure this is the final room which had any sort of enemies. And now we can make our way directly towards the boss room. And though like, we won't be fighting Ganondorf right in the room ahead, there is this room which actually has the boss key. This is like a small room in which you can get yourself some, I'm pretty sure, like some arrows or some magic, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, like some arrows, and yeah, there you go, some magic which you can probably go ahead and use, because we will need magic in the actual boss fight. So here's just a small restock of items which you can go ahead and use. And now let's actually go ahead and make our way towards this room, and finally onto where Ganondorf actually is. Now guys, this area is absolutely beautiful in the remake of this game, as well as in this version, but just not as good as the remake, because in the remake this whole area looks so cool, guys, and I'm pretty sure we have reached where we need to be. There you go. So for a little bit more like traditional Link style, I'm actually about to go ahead and switch out to my Kokiri tunic, and I'm actually about to go ahead and use this sword, which is the Bigoron sword, because like some people do like to go ahead and use the Master Sword or even a bottle to go ahead and fight Ganondorf, which is a good challenge, or even the hammer, which is a pretty good challenge. But I should admit that the entire fight becomes a lot more easier if like, you actually go ahead and use the Bigoron sword. So let's go ahead and see what happens. Link is pretty astonished to go ahead and see what is before him. And indeed it is Zelda and Ganondorf with this amazing mullet. I freaking hate that hairstyle. Like, nobody does it. It's not a style statement, okay? Well, Ganondorf could pull off like something like an undercut if he had good hair, that is. And all the pieces of the Triforce are actually resonating, which is pretty cool. Because all the three holders of the Triforce pieces are in the same room, so the Triforce parts are resonating. They are combining into one again. The two Triforce parts that I could not capture on that day 7 years ago. I didn't expect they would be hidden within you two. And now, finally all the Triforce parts have gathered here. These toys are too much for you. I command you to return them to me. Yeah. To me. And he unleashes some pretty devastating magic, which is not good whatsoever. Yeah, so because of the waves of darkness, Navi can't get close, and she can't unfortunately target onto him, but that's fine, Navi. You were our close companion in this entire game, and I should really respect that. So as you go ahead and actually start the battle, go ahead and move a little far away, because he'll go ahead and make the central platform, that is, or the central tiles which are actually surrounding the platform in which he is actually go ahead and disappear. But this is essentially another game of tennis, so go ahead and do it another time. And guys, to be honest, like, this battle is actually a lot more easier than the other battle, mainly because, oh wow, thanks Ganondorf, thanks a lot. That really helped, you know. Yeah, so this is essentially another game of tennis, but it's really simple because now Link has a Vigoron sword, which is a lot more stronger and has a lot more range as compared to the Master Sword with which we fought him with first. And there you go, we are already done with the boss fight. So as you can tell, it is pretty simple, and we completed it really well without even getting a single, like, even like a quarter heart of damage. So the great evil king Ganondorf beaten by this kid. And this is pretty gruesome, which is really sick, but Link and he screams like a freaking retard, and he pretty much breaks everything in his path. And overall everything has been destroyed. And I presume we are done with this game then, in that case. And Princess Zelda comes down. But the game is not yet done, because Ganondorf is trying to go ahead and kill us with his last breath. So Link, listen to me. This tower will collapse soon. Exactly. With his last breath, Ganondorf is trying to crush us under the ruins of the tower. We need to hurry and escape. So here is where I will go ahead and save for a second. Please follow me. Now guys, this part can be a little bit hectic, mainly because you could get a little scared, because you are on a time limit of exactly 3 minutes, which could be pretty confusing, or not really confusing, it's just a little bit scary at times, which could prove to be a little bit tenseful. So let's actually go ahead and wait here. So there would be like a lot of these gates which we have to actually go ahead and wait for Zelda to go ahead and open them, because we can't open them with our own strength. So let's actually go ahead and make our way towards this gate, and we have to actually wait for Zelda. She'll come somewhere. There you go. And to be honest, like, Zelda has pretty cool powers. You'll also see that in the last fight of this game. So let's actually go ahead and jump our way across over here. And Zelda, please stop obstructing my path, please. That's very annoying and irritating. There you go. And as a kid, I always used to get like very scared of this one area, mainly because like you're on like you're kind of like a time limit, and it's very scary, especially when you don't know the aftermath. Because normally in this sort of case, you would expect there to be a lot of different things which you have to go ahead and do before you can actually make your way towards the boss, the final boss area. But it's just very simple, I should admit. And here, if you go ahead and make our way over here, we'll actually have to go ahead and battle some few Stalfos, without which we will not be able to continue forward. And the best way to go ahead and do them is like not really do them. That sounds so wrong. Sorry. I meant to go ahead and say the best way to go ahead and defeat them is to go ahead and just wait for them to go ahead and keep attacking you, and then go ahead and do the same tactic over and over again. As you could tell, we already completed the like amazing, not the amazing, the pretty useless Stalfos fight. And I'm pretty sure in one of these rooms after this there will actually be a redead, which we have to be pretty careful about. And Zelda will be scared and she'll go ahead and gasp if you go ahead and jump from a certain area. But overall, I don't find the need to be so scared about it. So let's actually make our way over here. So here are actually some boulders which can go ahead and fall, but it'll not even cause much damage. It's like about quarter of a heart, and I'm actually surprised even do well. Like that's the least damage it can actually go ahead and do. So yeah, I can't really go and blame the game for going ahead and doing that much damage. But it's just a freaking boulder, and we do have like the upgraded defense, so I don't really see why that would happen. But here, yeah, exactly. In this room is where the redead is, so you have to be pretty careful. But if you run a little bit quickly, you will be able to escape the redead and make your way over here and make your way directly in the room across. And we're pretty much done with this whole thing, because across this room is where the final boss is. Guys, brace yourself, get all your weapons, everything else, and let's make our way here and see what goes and happens across in the white light in the distance. We are finally outside the castle, and the castle starts to pretty much crumble, and everything gets disfigured and stuff. But luckily we got saved, right? Yeah, look, we got saved, but we are not saved from something which is a lot more dangerous, but very easy to go ahead and kill. And here's a pretty different area which we've not seen in the past, but it's something which is pretty important, if I should say so myself. Yes, it's finally over, and both Zelda and Link are happy. Link, I'm sorry I couldn't help you in the battle before. Oh, that's fine, Navi, that's perfectly fine. But something fell down, which proves that we're not completely saved as yet, as I already went ahead and told you guys. So this is pretty much the only moment in the game in which we can actually go ahead and spend some time with Zelda. So let's actually go ahead and come on, stop looking at me. Okay, let's actually go ahead. This is actually really romantic, but this is now the time for love. Let's actually go ahead and make our way over here towards this weird, this like weird crumbled area, and there's actually a ring of fire which is in front of Zelda. And Ganondorf once again comes with the last bit of energy he has. And he uses his Triforce of Power to go ahead and turn into a pig monster, the final boss in the entire game, whose name is none other than Ganon, sorry. So Ganon will actually make your Master Sword fly away, though we actually had equipped our Bigoron Sword, so we'll actually have to go to our equipment section and go ahead and equip the Bigoron Sword one more time. So indeed, we fight together, but we won't actually need Navi. So guys, for those of you who are actually new to the whole thing of Zelda. Like Ganon is the main antagonist of all the games. They go ahead and try to hit it, and the easiest way to go ahead and defeat him is by actually going ahead using the Bigoron sword. There you go. This is like really simple, and I don't know why people actually get confused with this battle. It's a pretty simple battle if I should say so myself. But the only problem is that because this whole battlefield is pretty dark, it could be a little bit confusing, and it could actually potentially make fans who are a little bit hard of sight, make it a little bit tough for them. So that's one of those things which I always find really annoying, and like I don't think you should go ahead and worry if you actually go ahead and get hit. It's not at all a big problem, because first of all you have the upgraded defense, number one, and second of all, like you have like so many hearts, so it's like barely a problem. And by the way guys, to actually go ahead and defeat the boss itself, you will need the Master Sword, because it's the sword which is destined to go ahead and defeat evil. So you need to be pretty armed with that. There you go, we've gone ahead and completed phase 1 of the battle, and after this we can go ahead and get back ourselves our sword. There you go, let's actually go ahead and run our way across there. There you go. And let's actually go ahead and pick up the Master Sword and actually make our way towards where Ganon actually is, and he is actually back to power now. Okay, Zelda, stop screaming please, it's so annoying. Yeah, so I'm actually getting a little bit more hurt than I would want to. Okay, why is this happening? And there you go. Perfect. Can Zelda freaking stop screaming please? Thank you. Okay, this is not what I want to go ahead and actually get, because I didn't want to go ahead and actually get so much of damage. But it's mainly because I'm a little bit wonky with the controls, and it's really dark in here right now. In the battle area, not actually where I'm staying in real life. There you go, and overall like, this battle is pretty simple, and I should admit that you could complete this battle really fast, but actually speaking, this is taking a little bit more longer than I normally would like it to. There you go. And with about a few more hits we will actually be done with this battle, I'm pretty sure. Let's actually go ahead and hit it one more time. Oh god. Okay, my bad. I should probably go ahead and reset that. I should be a little bit more careful when I go and do that, because I was a little careless when I actually went ahead and hit him. So I'm actually sorry about that weird failure there, because I didn't. I normally don't fail with this battle, but then there you go. That's gonna go ahead and do the job. Let's actually go ahead and make our way towards. Come on, like freaking Ganon, please. There you go. A few jump attacks will actually do the job. And Zelda's freaking screams make me even more scared. Not about to go ahead and lie. We go ahead and hit it another time. And mainly like the problem is that I don't really see where Ganon is making his way to, because it's so dark in the room. So or like in this area. So now there's a certain tactic which you can go ahead and use actually to go ahead and stun him, to go ahead and actually hit him a lot more times. Yeah, so Ganon, stop attacking me, you freaking pig. There you go, and we actually went ahead and killed him, but we actually need a final blow to go ahead and make him completely die. And now Zelda's actually going to go ahead and use her special force to go ahead and make him a lot more weaker. And now guys, it's time for the final blow of the entire game, the final sword attack of this entire game with our legendary Master Sword. Guys, it's time. Let's go ahead and do a quick jump attack. There you go, indeed. And Ganon has been killed, and we have completed this game. But still, I don't think Ganon is still completely weak. So the 6 sages will actually go ahead and join together and make him weak to go ahead and finally annihilate him. You. Curse you, Zelda. Curse you, sages. Curse you, Link. Someday when the seal is broken, that is when I will exterminate your descendants. As long as the Triforce of Power is in my hand. Okay, I guess it is not really a complete sentence, but here is our next moment in the sky apparently with Zelda. Wow, Link actually has become a little bit taller than Zelda than when both of them were kids. So we can go ahead and give the Ocarina back to Zelda, and she seems like so sad for some reason, but she like, this looks so cute. But when Pace returns to Hyrule, it will be time for us to say goodbye. So that's why I hate the ending of games. Every time I get so emotional at the end of games, so I don't really like that. But so then she will be playing Zelda's Lullaby, and for some reason we get into a portal for some reason, and we will actually make our way back to the Temple of Time. Oh well, actually, before that, before we actually make our way back to the Temple of Time, is indeed the credit sequence, and I think I'll go ahead and say a quick message now that we're actually about to end the game. So, thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart for actually viewing this LP. I really enjoyed it, actually playing through this game, and I'm happy it didn't extend half as long as how my first LP did, and I feel like I've improved a lot as far as my speech, my voice, my playing ability, and everything combined, I just feel like I've actually improved a lot thanks to you guys. All thanks to you guys. It's not due to me at all. And without you guys, I don't think I would have been able to complete this LP well at all, because it has been such a source of inspiration for me that you guys actually watch my videos, and it's just really nice of you guys. So thank you all so much for all that. And as I already mentioned in my channel update, I will be actually making my channel a full-time theory channel after this, because that's what I feel like I enjoy making a little bit more than LPs, and I feel like that's what's good for me, and that's what I would enjoy more as compared to LPs. But of course, I will be making wow, I can't much speak, but I will be making LPs once in a while, because they also are really fun. And I feel like doing LPs is something in which you actually get a totally different experience of as compared to when you make theory videos. So I will most definitely be doing that, and that actually makes me really happy, and that actually makes me really excited as well. But I actually want to go ahead and actually pursue theory videos a lot more as compared to LPs. So you can go and expect about one theory video a week, or even probably only that much I can go ahead and do, because especially I'm right now in 10th grade and it's become hard to go and upload. But right now I actually have my 9th grade vacations, so I'm saying I am in 10th grade because we had about 1 month of 10th grade, and then we are actually having our holidays. So that's the reason I actually told I'm already in 10th grade. So it's, of course, it'll be a lot more harder to actually go and do things, but I should say that I will try my best to go and make amazing videos for you guys, and I will try to and of course, as usual, I'll try to go and improve myself as much as I can, because that is pretty much my aim at all times. So here we can go ahead and see everybody just gathered in the ranch, that is Lon Ranch, and the pieces return to Hyrule, and everybody's really happy, and things are happening pretty well. But I'm just really surprised how the Kokiri are able to escape from Kokiri Forest, because I'm pretty sure I've heard that the Kokiris can't escape from Kokiri Forest because they would die. And as you can tell, here is Mido, and here is the King Zora, and both of them are pretty sad because the people who they loved became sages. Because as far as King Zora is concerned, of course, Ruto became a sage, and as far as my boy Mido is concerned, Sadia became a sage. So overall, guys, we are done with this game, and it actually went really fast. So I am ever thankful to you guys, and be sure to keep supporting me, because it really does help me, and it really does make me happy, because when you go and get so much of support, it's just something which you don't really get normally on YouTube. So here are actually all of the sages, and they are outside the Chamber of Sages, and they're pretty much good to do now. And here we've completed the credit sequence, and we actually make our way back to the Temple of Time as a kid. And we have deposited the legendary sword back in its pedestal, and we once again have a stupid Kokiri sword. So that's pretty bad. But the worst part is that, well, there's nothing very great, but as you can tell, Navi is actually flying away and away and away and away and away into the window, and God knows where she went after that, because she has not been heard of or seen after that. But I actually made a theory about this on my video called Who is Tingle. So, presented by Nintendo, Ocarina of Time, and presented by, and of course, presented by FierceDeityMahesh, the Ocarina of Time LP. Yes, and I would actually, and again, I would also like to go and say a small thing. That is that I would really like to thank Awesome Face Prod, which is the YouTuber, who was the YouTuber who I used to follow during doing this Let's Play, or during the course of this LP, because you have no idea, because I always used to be very paranoid and confused about so many things in this game, and Awesome Face Prod really helped me to go ahead and make things very clear. And I should really go ahead and give him a mention and thank him, and thank you guys for watching this LP. And by that we reach the end of Ocarina of Time. So guys, thank you so much for watching this LP and this episode. Be sure to punch that like button, and be sure to subscribe if you already haven't, and also be sure to also go ahead and just click that bell notification icon, because it actually updates you on all the notifications from my channel. And also be sure to also go ahead and share this video with a friend if you liked it. And once again guys, thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and have a great day. Peace out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next LP. Take care and peace out. See you.